What's up, turtles? It's Krik here with Black Outdoors, and today I'm going to be doing a video on the Wenger Ranger 78. This retails around $70 from Wenger itself. You can find it almost around $50 from other websites. And this is the black. They also call, they have a model called the Ranger Grip, which actually just puts sort of some rubberized whatever poly on here, which just adds a little bit type of just texture different, but I don't really think it increases that much of usability of the knife, but it's an option if you would want a little bit, different texture on the handles. One of the main factors that separates this from other Rangers is this single hand, open primary blade on it. And it locks. You don't know if you could hear that, but it's locking. Almost like, it opens up like a folder as a pocket knife. And actually, the emblem here actually pushes the liner lock. If you can see it in here, if you can get close enough, when I push the emblem on the outside, it pushes the liner lock over, and I can close this. And this is sort of a right hand open, but for lefties, it's possible. Just jam your thumb in there and get it. And what's also nice for lefties is that because there's a button on here, instead of having to get into the liner, if I'm left-handed, I can push this and close it one-handed. Nice little feature. I'm gonna go in and kind of profile the rest of the tools on the Wenger Ranger 78 down here on this rock. On the back side here, there's a Phillips screwdriver. Seems to be big enough and come to a point where you can get in probably small little screw heads. Definitely works. I like it as a tool to, there's various gear that has Phillips head screws on it. On the other back side here, there's an awl with a sewing eye. There's no sharp edge though on this awl, which I have a Victorinox sort of, I forget what the edition is, sort of like a fisherman's type style with the tools on it, which has a sharpened edge on this. So this does not, but you can punch through, fabric, so whatnot. Moving out here now, opening up towards you, I have a bottle opener, and there's also wire strippers here. But anyone, you can strip wires pretty easy without a quote tool. Just with a blade and a light hand, you can take the insulation off a wire pretty easy. And this is also the flat or straight screwdriver head down here. And this features, I think it's, Wenger's patented locking system. Stony, I don't know if you can get close enough to this area when I push down, if I were to go into a tight screw, it's ever so slight, but when I get my weight on it, I push down, it sort of goes back in the whole hand. You can listen when I see how come it's actually going in there locking. It's a really small movement, finite or small, but you might not be able to see it, but you can hear it, and it comes out just to help you lock when you're twisting maybe some stubborn screws or whatnot. Anyways, flathead bottle opener. Over here we have a can opener, which is a little bit different style as opposed to the Victorinox, as I've mentioned before, but both effective, just preference style at this point. Really sharp edge. And the last tool on here that I haven't mentioned is the real reason why I wanted this is because I wanted a really small saw for, just out in the forest if I wanted to get a nice piece of wood to whittle or take some maybe stock back to whittle when I'm back. I don't want to carry a big saw, and it's just all encompassed in this small 5-inch, I think it's about 5 ounces overall weight of this. And the blade, this is right around 4 inches, and the knife itself is right around 4 inches, made out of stainless steel. So 5 inches of a handle, about 4 inches on the blade and the saw. Do some cuts with the knife now since I have it open. It's thin, it is stainless. Definitely not going to be my blade of choice to do anything with, but it's nice to have on a multi-tool like this. And like I said, I did not purchase this for the blade that came on it. I can see over time using this, if you're going to use this blade for a while, just the ergonomics and the design of the tool, it's not going to be really comfortable in the hand when I'm really gripping onto these tools that are protruding down here. But it's thick enough to make it comfortable and feel like you have a good grip with the knife in your hand. Do some more cuts. It works, it's sharp. Cool. Let's get the saw out and give that a test. Because like I said, that's the tool I really wanted this for, was the saw. Which it cuts on the push and the pull. And this is perfect, the small's perfect for just doing small cuts like this diameter wood. You can even do large if you really needed to. I believe this is a birch wood I'm cutting right now with it. And I'm using one hand right now because I need to stabilize this, but if this was already on the tree at a really fixed point, I could use two hands and really get more. But I need my left hand to stabilize right now. Once I get through most of it, you can do the undercut before you start or at the end. I do it at the end just so I don't split the wood. I want a nice clean cut off. Clean. It's the Wenger 78. It's Krik signing out. Back outdoors. Later, turtles.